Steve Sjuggerud's 2023 meltdown warning, a major 2023 market prediction. Steve Sjuggerud is issuing a dire new market warning. A massive reset is about to hit Wall Street. Everything you thought you knew about the market could change and put the fate of your wealth for the next 20 years at stake. Register for this critical event to find out what's happening and how to quickly secure your portfolio from unimaginable damage. Steve Sjuggerud's 2023 Meltdown Warning Event. What is it? If you're feeling confused, nervous, even just plain scared, you're not alone. The entire stock market is holding its breath, waiting to see what happens next after a brutal 2022. Which is why finance PhD Dr. Steve Sjuggerud has chosen this exact moment to step forward after nearly 2 years with a stern warning that could affect your wealth for decades to come. Because while the melt-up has ended, and the meltdown is still raging, the stock market may be on the brink of resetting into a historic new phase that very few people will see coming. And while it could bring immense opportunity for those who know what to do, it could also mean enormous risk for those who don't. Because when this happens, as history has shown, some of the most successful stocks of the last 10 years, companies that have 10x and even 20x investors' money, could be hit with catastrophic losses. These types of turning points only happen 2 or 3 times every century. And depending on your age, you may never witness one again in your lifetime. The mainstream financial media have already ignored this situation to a shocking degree, putting millions of Americans' financial futures at huge risk. And even if you've already been following Steve's work, there's a very real chance you're not prepared for what's about to happen. Because this massive stock reset isn't years away, it may kick off in as little as a few weeks. And it's been hidden in plain sight for over a year now. But if you're willing to put your fear and uncertainty aside, and move your money to the right places, and out of the wrong ones, you could be one of very few who becomes ridiculously wealthy in 2023. Dr. Steve Sjuggerud, along with a special guest he calls a brilliant analyst with probably the highest mathematical aptitude of anyone I've ever met, will reveal everything during a special broadcast on Tuesday, January 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That evening, you'll not only learn details on how to offset the devastating effects 2022 had on your wealth, but you'll have the chance to claim an easy-to-understand playbook for how to profit from perhaps the most important market inflection point of the next 30 years. That includes 6 actionable trade recommendations that could each soar 1,000% or more. Plus the name and ticker of one of those recommendations 100% free of charge during the broadcast. The last time Steve gave out one of these free stock picks during a similar broadcast, it soared over 50% in just 12 days. And due to the extraordinary events that Dr. Steve Sjuggerud believes are about to take place on Wall Street, the free pick you'll receive on January 31st has the potential to return 5x to 10x your money over the long term. Who is Dr. Steve Sjuggerud? Known around the world for his uncanny ability to predict some of the biggest market events of our lifetimes, Steve, a founding partner at Stansberry Research, has accurately called the dot-com crash, gold's huge resurgence in 2003, the housing bubble of 2008, the Dow's record-breaking run past 30,000 in 2013, the melt-up in stocks in 2015, and more. Along the way, those predictions have shown his readers the opportunity to profit big time, including winners like 192%, 420%, 133%, 237%, 181%, 324%, even an astounding 709%. He holds a PhD in finance, and over his illustrious 30-year career, he's worked as a stockbroker, the vice president of a $50 million global mutual fund, and was even part of a $1 billion hedge fund. On January 31st, Steve will reveal a brand new market prediction that has major implications for your wealth in the coming months. He will explain exactly what he sees headed for our financial system, and how you can prepare and potentially profit. Special guest, Steve will be joined by a special guest he calls a brilliant analyst with probably the highest mathematical aptitude of anyone I've ever met. Their new prediction and strategy have never been shared in a public format like this, and they're not talking or writing about it anywhere else. What to expect from Steve Sjuggerud's 2023 Meltdown Warning event. Here's Steve Sjuggerud's 2023 Meltdown Warning agenda. Steve will be joined by a special guest he calls a brilliant analyst with probably the highest mathematical aptitude of anyone I've ever met. Together, they'll tell you exactly what's going on with this historic new phase of the stock market, so you understand why they believe this is financially inevitable. They'll also show you how to take advantage for the chance to 5x to 10x your money long-term outside of anything speculative like microcaps, cryptos, or options. No matter what the market does next. Free bonus, just for tuning in, you'll get the names and tickers of 2 free stock picks. One controversial stock that could soar in the months ahead. And another popular stock that Steve believes is headed for total disaster. The last time Steve stepped forward in such a major way was nearly 2 years ago. And one of the free recommendations revealed climbed a staggering 50% in just 12 days. Steve and his special guest will answer readers' most popular market questions as we look to the rest of 2023 and beyond. And so much more. When is Steve Sjuggerud's 2023 Meltdown Warning event scheduled to take place? Dr. Steve Sjuggerud's 2023 Meltdown Warning event has been scheduled to take place on Thursday, January 31st at 8 p.m. ET. It is important to note here that this event has limited spacing, so the sooner one signs up, the more likely they are guaranteed a seat. Should you join Steve Sjuggerud's 2023 Meltdown Warning? Here's a sneak peek at what you can expect Steve to cover. In short, Steve's bullish bets on oil last year paid off big time for readers. After all, energy was just about the only corner of the market that made money in 2022. However, what you'll learn about during his special event on Tuesday, January 31st is much bigger than just a single sector. It concerns all stocks. And it could either make or break your wealth for the next 10 years or more. This new prediction could directly affect your wealth in the next couple of months. Maybe even the next few weeks. And there's a right way, and a very, very wrong way, to position yourself now for what's coming. Disclaimer: there is no offer to sell, no solicitation of an offer to buy, and no recommendation of any security or any other product or service in this article. Moreover, nothing contained in this PR should be construed as a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any investment or security, or to engage in any investment strategy or transaction. It is your responsibility to determine whether any investment strategy, security, or related transaction is appropriate for you based on your investment objectives, financial circumstances, and risk tolerance. Consult your business advisor, attorney, or tax advisor regarding your specific business, legal, or tax situation. Media details. Contact us, support@tradeinvestno.com. Phone number, 347-669-1180. Website, https://tradeinvestno.com/. Facebook, https://www.facebook.com/tradeandinvestments. Twitter, https://twitter.com/joshbro20595351.